Ooh, good morning. Everything is in the shop, nice and warm. We are going to spread some hog manure today. It's finally fit for the fields. We were spreading on the weekend. It is Monday now. Just getting some gloves. I think it's minus 24 with the wind chill today. It's cold. So that's why everything's in the heated shop, even though it doesn't smell that great in here, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Anyways, we are gonna run down. I got the generator going in the back of the truck because it's so cold that the tractor I was using on the manure pump, it won't start this morning. There she is right there. Rev her up. Feed her the cheese before I plug it in.
What's that?
Feed her the cheese before I plug it in. And now we wait. So we're gonna go do chores, let that block heater warm up. If anybody's ever building a barn with a manure pit, suggestion, which my cousin and we should do myself, is put a hydro outlet outside and some water. So I don't have to drag a generator. It'll be a lot easier. Well, we are back from chores and had a coffee. Hopefully it'll fire. Oh yeah, baby. Got a cylinder. Yes, sir. We'll let her warm up for a good 10-20 minutes before we move it. We're just cleaning the cab before we get going, greasing it. A couple nipples up top. They're just set for the nipples there. Those are greased. It's time to get this day going. The cold makes everything longer. It is almost 11 o'clock and I started trying to get ready at 7:30 this morning. That's how she goes some days. Line up at the pumps. So it's going to be the first time using the 8345 and the 8260 together, head to head, load for load. So we're going to see, just for fun, which one's better on diesel. I already know the 8345 has more power than the 8260. But yeah, just kind of interesting stuff. We'll see what the end of the day goes. Okay. Let's get rolling. Finally. What time is it? Yep. Sorry, I lied a little earlier. It was actually only 10:45 before I put the diesel in. It's now 11 o'clock, but we still haven't got the first load out yet. So before we used to use, not very often, the 7630, pull in one of these tanks, and we used that 8260. And last time we did that, the 7630 used 100 less liters in the day going load for load. So we're just kind of interested to see what is going to go on with both these big R's. Are they both going to use the exact same amount of fuel? Is one going to be better than the other? Anyways, we just like to screw around, and you know, we're always trying to figure better ways of doing things and more cheaper. Obviously, using the 7630 is cheaper, but it's also more dangerous because these tanks are heavy. Even though that 7630 is weighted up, it ain't as heavy. It's not as heavy as these 8000 series tractors, so it's a lot more safer. So even though it does cost less to use that tractor, there is a safety factor that has to come into play. So anyways, let's get this first load in, and we'll see what happens, how this day goes. When it's this cold, it's nice to have a heated cab. Way nicer. Usually we use the 806 or my uncle's, I believe it's a 1066, but I'm not sitting outside of that today. No way. This is the second load now. Things seem to be clicking just fine. Ground is nice and firm. You can see a few days ago we snow melted, and now we're firm again. So we're not making marks in the field. So this is good. It's going nice. Hopefully the whole day goes just like this. See those axles turn when I turn, and then boom. PTO on, and we're spreading. You can see it from here a little better. So with the fertilizer prices the way they are, this is a fantastic way to build organic matter, pH, all the, hog manure, chicken manure really helps build your soil up. You can grow really good crops a lot cheaper than buying the conventional fertilizer. Mainly I have lots of manure to use, so we're going to spread it on there and save some money. And fun fact, if you are eating organic foods, you're actually really only using hog manure as a source of fertilizer for your soil, because you can't spread fertilizer, and you're not allowed to use chicken manure on organic fields. That was an interesting fun fact I didn't know until this year, because I got a buddy who was starting in organic, so we get to talk about all this fun stuff. So there were some questions on the internet that I was looking at a few weeks ago. Is it normal for farmers to be spreading manure in January, February? And normally, no. Like myself, I try not to. It's cold. It's freezing outside. It's not a great day. I mean, conveniently, we're in cab both times, but when you're taking down, setting up, running back and forth, as you've seen today, just went slower because of the cold weather. So, no, we try not to spread in January for those purposes. The reason why we are spreading in January is because of the weather we've been having. We've been really wet, rainy, and the times where we were working dirt. The little bit that we have done, we had those harder days and drier days compared to now. I couldn't get these tanks. These tanks that we rent, they're not mine. Other farmers are renting them. So this is why I am spreading in January. I prefer to do it in the spring and in the fall. But here we are. This is the cards are dealt, and we just rolled the punches. So one more reason why I don't like spreading in January, February is because there's salt and sand on the roads, and usually they're a mess. Today we have locked out. They are dry, and there's just a little bit of sand here and there. It's not too bad. So we'll deal with it today. Unfortunately, this road really isn't big enough for both of us. You'll just pull into other field. We got issues. I didn't quite show it, but there's a blow-off valve on the back of this, and it gave up the ghost. So what went on is manure shoots straight up in the air. It comes, the wind was in the right direction. It came all the way back this way towards us. Covered my window, covered the top of the tank. I already went back and washed the tractor. I put a 90-degree ball valve or fitting, 90-degree fitting on the back to just start shooting it towards the back to get another 2 loads in. Actually 1 load, because my mom went to go get the parts for the new blow-off valve. Anyways, it just showed up, so I gotta run back to the farm and install it. Let's get cold. Kind of rinsed the tank off already, but the top's still a little bit dirty side of life. So there's a blow-off valve to go see that fitting. I put 90 degrees, so that way it would just spray with my pattern. But if the wind is the right direction, it'll still get that dirty. That's not right.
Just sprayed it out.
That worked fine. That is the blow-off valve. Just gonna have to go put it back on. Good news, it just says hand tighten only. Those threads, I've seen some better days in there. Oh, they're nasty. There we go.
Now does this stay on, or I'm gonna go with no?
Nope.
That's the guard.
There we go. Oh, you don't.
Hand tight.
That is hand tight, and so is the other one. So, gloves. That's why we brought the pipe wrench up. There we go. Done and done. Whew, she's cold. Tools away. Keep going. It's always a screw around. I hate the cold. Makes everything way longer. The whole point of that blow-off valve, if there was ever to get anything stuck in that pipe, when the PTO is running, there's a lot of pressure in there. You can blow that pipe apart. So if something gets wadded in there, there's a ball and a spring, and it will just allow the manure to go straight up in the air, opposed to blowing that system apart. So I'm assuming, like I said, it's minus 20, 24 with the wind chill today. It's cold. I'm assuming just that plastic got brittle and broke today. Luck of the draw. And let's go get another load in. I don't know if I'm gonna get a drone shot of this, of us spreading or not. I'm hoping to. I got a really small montage, but honestly, it is just go, go, go. There's really no time to be hopping out and putting the camera in a spot. There is a snowstorm coming. Hold on, who's calling? Mama. Hey, Mom. I'm good, thank you. I thank you for getting that part. I installed it already, so we're back at her. Okay, thanks, bye. So, yeah, honestly, it's just go, go, go today because there is a snowstorm coming, and I have really no time to be down, because if we get, you know, a foot of snow, 2 feet of snow, 6 inches of snow, I really don't want to be spreading on that. That's really what's been going on. So let's keep this going. That is working better. Not coming out of the top and covering me in manure. Oh, all right. 11:14, still lots of time of the day left. You can tell it's 5 o'clock. Everybody's finishing up work. Lots of cars coming. Woo! It is not getting any warmer out here. The wind is picking up. It's almost time for a coat running back and forth. Quickly to the next cab. Sweet Jesus. Okay. Okay. That was some nighttime farming. Sun's gone away. Supposed to get colder. Right up at the pumps. So cold that my heater is having a rough time keeping up in this cab. Like, we're not gonna freeze by any means, but it's not as warm as it could be. Probably gonna pull a late one. I'd like to get that pit empty so I can pull the tube tonight, because if we stop, it's all gonna freeze and then I gotta deal with it tomorrow. So we'll see what goes on. Maybe we'll give up. We'll see. We'll see. Another load. Just about midnight. And the best part about this time of night is nobody's on the road. Just me and my brother. Well, we're just going to give these girls a quick squirt before we put them away. That way the windows are clean in the morning and the hoods are clean and they look all fancy for spreading more manure, because that's how we roll. Anyways, yeah, it's just about 1 o'clock in the morning and the radio says it's supposed to freezing rain, crappy, and my phone says it's going to be sunshine. So I'm going to go with my phone, hopefully, because we're damned if we do and damned if we don't. You know, if we go longer, tomorrow will be sunny and we're gonna go to bed. Tomorrow we'll guarantee it's gonna rain. We'll see what happens. Anyways, I'm tired, but we'll see you guys tomorrow morning right now. Well, good morning. So we're gonna get back at it. Slow start today because of the cold. And somebody, which was me, screwed up a little bit. I took the generator down, plugged the Kubota in. Somebody should have checked the fuel. Plugged it in, went, did chores, came back, ran out of fuel. So, go get fuel, put it in. So it's just about noon, and we're gonna be rolling. But I'm pretty much gonna end this video with, we're gonna fill these two tractors, see which one did better on fuel, and that's gonna be it. I'm just gonna keep the day rolling. I can't really make any more funness out of spreading manure. just about to leave the pumps. He's gonna text me what he got, and we'll see what this one is gonna take. Well, I guess I'm not. The meter stopped working on Owen and me. It's just too cold out. I guess another time. Anyways, you guys have a good one. Make sure you like, subscribe. Peace.